Time magazine called him the unsung hero behind the internet. CNN called him a father of the internet. President Bill Clinton called him one of the great minds of the information age. He has been voted history's greatest scientist of African descent. He is Philip Emeagwali. He's coming to Trinidad and Tobago to launch the 2008 Kwame Ture Lecture Series on Sunday, June 8th at the JFK Auditorium, St. Augustine, 5 p.m. The Emancipation Support Committee invites you to come and hear this inspirational mind address the theme, Crossing New Frontiers to Conquer Today's Challenges. This lecture is one you cannot afford to miss. Admission is free, so be there on Sunday, June 8th, 5 p.m. at the JFK Auditorium, St. Augustine.
I was asked, what did the discovery of practical parallel processing mean to you? My discovery of that new way of counting called parallel processing gave me a higher platform to stand and give lectures and do so across the African diaspora. In the new information age, 10% of Africans, or 140 million young Africans, should be in STEM fields. Science and technology are icons of poverty alleviation. Africa must be part of the scientific revolution. The African youth must be at the frontier of scientific knowledge. It is my hope that my lectures posted online and the school reports on Philip Emeagwali will inspire the next generation of physicists, mathematicians, and computer scientists. I'm Philip Emeagwali. I am an explorer of unknown scientific and supercomputer worlds, just like Christopher Columbus was an explorer of unknown lands and oceans. In the 18th century, the interior of Africa was unknown to Europeans, just as the interior of Europe was unknown to Africans. On June 21, 1795, Mungo Park arrived in present-day Gambia, Africa, and arrived to begin his exploration, mapping, and charting of the course of the unknown River Niger. It was hoped that Mungo Park's new map would open the interior of Africa for colonization. That was how British West Africa was born in a century and a half after Mungo Park's visit to Africa. My discovery of practical parallel processing is to the modern supercomputer what the map of the River Niger is to ancient Africa. The new knowledge of the River Niger is the reason Mungo Park is the subject of school reports in Nigeria, and the reason Philip Emeagwali is the subject of school reports in the United States. I'm Philip Emeagwali. Since June 20, 1974, I had been exploring the interior of an unknown world that is the frontier of supercomputer knowledge. I'm an African that was born as a British protected child, that was born in the British West African colony of Nigeria, and that was born in Akure in the heart of Yoruba land on August 23, 1954. Africa must redefine itself through technology. Science is a precondition for moving Africa forward. Scientific knowledge is used to discover and recover otherwise elusive crude oil and natural gas that are buried 1 mile deep beneath the oil fields in the Niger Delta region of the southeastern part of my country of birth, Nigeria. Technology is used to create industries in Africa, from South Africa to Senegal. Africa's grand challenge of the 21st century will be to alleviate poverty and do so by using birth control to reduce poverty and create wealth. If Africa realizes that science is its primary weapon in its fight against poverty, then its young scientists will become soldiers in the continent's fight against poverty. The science policy of each of the 54 African nations should be communicated across multiple media that includes television, newspapers, banknotes, postage stamps, Nollywood movies, and even buses. I did not only get the credit for my discovery of practical parallel processing, but I, in part, also received the credit as a Nigerian. I am studied in schools in the United States and studied as an inventor that contributed to the development of the modern supercomputer and studied as a black inventor in particular. A scientific discovery rebounds to the birthplace of its discoverer, as well as to his or her adopted nation. Albert Einstein is claimed by Germany, his country of birth, claimed by Switzerland, the country he made his discovery, claimed by Israel, his country of ancestry, and claimed by the United States, that was his adopted country. Albert Einstein is claimed by 4 nations, with each nation trying to assure its priority in the contributions to physics that was credited to Albert Einstein. I am studied in schools as a Nigerian inventor, as an African inventor, as an American inventor, and as an African-American inventor. My school market in Nigeria is huge. Back in 2008, Nigeria had 54,434 public primary schools that enrolled 24,422,918 students. Nigeria had 7,129 junior secondary schools that enrolled 3,266,780 students. In 2012, 1,503,931 Nigerian students took the JAMB examination that is administered by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board.
Insightful and brilliant lecture.